Hello students. Yes, in my last video I have explained upon the various features or the characteristics, you know, which is very important from investment viewpoint, and what are the things we need to keep in mind before making the investment, before investment, after investment. What are the things we need to take care of? That starts from the return, the risk associated, what is the safety, and is there a factor of liquidity and marketability of the buying and selling of securities in the market, and the capital growth, which talks about the appreciation of the investment, and the stability of income, which is nothing but the constant return that you're gonna make out of the investment, and the tax shelters of initial tax benefit, continuing tax benefit, terminal tax benefit. Whereas initial tax benefit, it talks about the tax relief the investor is going to enjoy at the time of making the investment. Then the second one, continuing tax benefit, talks about the tax shield that which is associated with the periodic returns, with the annual returns from the investment. Then the last one, terminal tax benefit, talks about the relief from taxation when an investment is realized or kind of liquidated. So these are the things what we discussed in the last video. So in today's video I'll be explaining on three things. One is the comparison between investment and savings. Then we shall understand the difference between investment and gambling. Then the investment and the speculation. Out of these three you can expect any one question for 6 marks. Same likewise you can expect the features for 6 marks as well, so kindly mark. First we shall go ahead with the investment and savings. So, what do you guys think? Is it like investment and savings are one and the same? No, they are not one and the same. Fine. So, we shall see what's the difference there. See, investment is nothing but the process of investing, right? The funds in it can be in the capital assets, where with the view of generating the returns in the future, not immediately but in the future, where you're going to invest it in terms of purchasing of assets, or investing in a share, investing in debenture bonds, like that, where you're going to yield the return, fetch the return in the future. Whereas coming to the savings, it represents the part of a person's income. See, I have earn rupees 10,000. Say for example, my salary is 10,000 rupees per month. Out of that, a portion of my salary will be kept as savings, fine, which is not used for consumption. I'm not going to use it for my consumption. Consumption is nothing but to fulfill my things. It can be a basic thing or it can be of anything. Savings can be utilized for anything and everything, right? So what you're going to do here, it savings talks about the person's salary, where he's going to set apart a portion of his salary, and which is not used for the consumption, for the future purpose itself. Clear? Where he's not going, neither not going to invest or do anything, he's just going to save. Fine. Say for example, if I have to give something, your mom's kitchen, right? If you ask for 10 rupees, 20 rupees, she just takes it out of salt box, right? This is a kind of saving, and she's not doing any kind of investment over there. It is just saved in order to fulfill some kind of thing in the future. That's it. This talks about the savings. Out of the money what you have, you're going to save it, and it is not used for consumption. Fine. Next one, what's the purpose? Investment is made to provide the returns and help in capital formation. For what good purpose you're going to invest? Because you have a basic aim, that is to get the return, to fetch the return and help in capital formation. For further, it can be for expanding or diversifying your business. It requires, in order to form the capital, the outlay, you need the investment. What is the purpose of savings? They are made to fulfill short term or urgent requirement. You have 10,000 rupees. Out of that, you have kept apart 2,000 rupees as a saving, something like what we call it as reserves in the organization. Those reserves, it will be put into the use in order to which we call as flowing back of the amount, the retained earnings. There's some kind of purpose, but when it comes to savings, it's not like that. That savings, you're gonna make a part of your salary or the part of your income in order to fulfill the urgent requirements. It can be of your own, it can be of your personal life, can be your professional life as well. Fine. Then when it comes to the risk, under investment it is very high, because you're going to deal with the different avenues, you're going to deal with different portfolios, right? So it all depends upon the factors of risk, uncertainty, right? Before that, you need to understand what's the difference between risk and uncertainty. Risk is something where you can estimate, you can predict this can happen. Example is the initial loss of commencing your business. You have commenced your business, are you sure that you're going to make the profits in the first year itself? No, that is nothing but the initial loss on the capital what you have made. Clear? Risk is something which you are aware of, which you can predict, whereas certain uncertainty is nothing but which is not certain. You're not sure of the events that is going to occur. Fine. It can be the droughts, the floods, right? So it's how things are going to work. And it also gives a direction towards the inflation and deflation. If it's like more of inflation or deflation, there can be a reduction in terms of getting the interest as well. Fine. So under investment, the risk is obviously high. When it comes to a savings, it can be low or negligible, because here you don't have that mindset of investing. You are always towards saving. When you're saving it, the money doesn't grow. I mean to say, you can't mint the money, right? So you can't apply here the time value of money as well, because you're not going to invest, so you're not going to get anything return. So you need not worry about the risk and return, and also the inflation and deflation aspects. Next one, it is returns. Investment, when you're gonna pour your money on some kind of avenues, obviously when compared to the savings, it is high, comparatively high. And savings, as I gave the explanation from the above points, it is obviously no, or it can be less as well than compared to the investment. The last one is, it is liquidity. It is less liquid, it is high liquid. Why do we tell like that? Because liquidity is something that which is like easily saleable or marketable without loss of money, or with without loss of the time, right? But when it comes to the savings, you need not worry about that. So it is highly liquid, as there there will be chances of the higher liquidity, then the return may also be low in this particular factor. Clear? This is all about the comparison between investment and savings. The next one is the comparison between investment and speculation. Before analyzing the differences, between the investment and speculation, we shall understand what is speculation is all about, right? So speculation is nothing but trading. Trading involves two aspects: buying and selling of securities in the market. Please be very clear with that. So it involves trading of financial instruments involving high risk in expectation of significant returns. Fine. Guys, listen, speculation is something where you are going to invest in such projects or in such particular portfolios or avenues which will have higher degree of risk. You can ask me, ma'am, will there be no risk in any other avenues? No. Risk and return. Risk is the basic risk you will find in each and every project, in each and every avenues. Risk is associated with each and every avenues or the portfolios you take up. Then what's the difference between the speculation and other projects? It's nothing but this: in speculation, the level of risk will be even more higher than compared to other portfolio management what you're going to manage. Clear? The higher level, the degree of risk will be high under speculation, right? And what does this speculation talk about? Here it uses the concept of higher the risk, higher the return. The more risk you take, the more return, the significant, the phenomenon, the results you are going to receive. So what does this motive, the basic motto, the basic aim of the speculation is to take the maximum advantage from the fluctuations in the market description. You need to know when to buy, you need to know when to sell the shares, right? You should be very, 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 conscious with this particular thing. They are going to, the speculators, people involved under speculation are called as speculators. They are going to take the advantage of this situation, when to buy, when to sell. If I have to give an example, if the gold rate is low today, What these people are going to do usually, the people, the speculators are going to do, they are going to, at the time of having less price, they are going to buy it, and when the price of the gold is high, they are going to sell it. Look at this, the situation, they are going to take the advantage of the situation and they are going to deal with that. Fine. And they are the, in the markets where the price movements of securities are highly frequent and volatile. Volatile is nothing but the fluctuation, the floating. There won't be a stable, there won't be, it won't be a constant. Fine. Always it is subjected to volatility, which is nothing but fluctuating. Clear? Hope you guys are clear with the meaning of speculation. Now we shall understand the difference between investment and speculation. First one is the time horizon. We talk about the time over here. Fine. The first one is, it is long term and savings for future. Investment is something, it is not that today I will invest, tomorrow I'll get it. No, you will have to wait for a period of 1 year or 2 years. It all depends upon the nature of the investment. I have told you, nature of the investment determines the type of investment you have chosen. Fine. You have to keep in mind two aspects: a risk, a return. What is the safety level you have, whether it consists the factor of liquidity, is it easily marketable, does it give any kind of the capital growth, is there a stable income, is there a tax shelter with that. You are going to determine all these things and you're gonna take up the investment task. It is long term in nature and it is savings for the future. When it comes to speculation, generally it is for a short period of time. If you ask me, like, ma'am, how you can look into the meaning there, it always depends upon the situations, and always these speculators, they take the advantage of the situations, right? Whenever the price is low, they go for buying. Whenever the price is high, they go for selling. That's how they make the advantage. That's how they mint the money. That's how they get the returns. Fine. So it is generally for short period, less than 1 year. But when it comes to investment, it is more than 1 year. Clear? The next thing is level of risk. Level of risk under investment is moderate, because it's going to have the certain time period where you have the tax shelter over there, you have a safety, you have all sorts of factors. But when it comes to speculation, it is high, because you're going to deal things with short period of time, right? And the market is very, very sensitive. You never know, and it is very much volatile. You never know how things are going to work there. So that when it is compared to the investment, the speculation, it is always high. Fine. Next one, it is investor attitude. It is cautious and conservative. He'll be always cautious. What will be my stable of income, what will be the liquidity factor, what will be the risk, what if I invest here, what will be the risk I have to bear, if I take so much of risk, what will be the return will I get after 1 year. This is how the investor, an individual or an industry as an investor, will be cautious about what are the things going to happen. If I go for this project, how it is going to benefit me, how it is going to yield me the return. That's how he thinks, right? So when it comes to speculation, it is based on the technical charts and the market psychology and individual opinion. This is nothing but, I told you, speculators, they are the people, they always they always get themselves indulged with a higher risk of projects, where they always look upon maximizing the returns. That's the reason they always go for the risky projects. Fine. So when this is the case, it all depends upon their psychological, the mental ability to accept and to move in the market. As this is very much volatile in nature, they have to take the quick decisions. They have to study the market, what has to be done, to which security I should go, which will yield more of return. So it is all dependent on the technical charts, how the prices are moving in the market, how the prices is being able to cope up with the speculators, how they are able to analyze the charts, how they are able to study the market, and they are going to come up with the decision. Next up is the decision criteria under investment, based on fundamental and basic factors. So based on the certain factors, they are going to analyze whether should I go for this, should I not go for that. They look for the return. The basic motto of the investment is to look upon the return. If I'm investing 5,000, after 1 year, what is that upon 5,000 I'm going to get, what is the interest? Return is nothing but the interest. What is the interest I'm going to get on this? If this bank is giving me 5% of interest and the other bank is giving at 8%, obviously we will go for 8% because plus 3% I'm getting over here, right? So you're going to make the benefits. It's something like opportunity cost, what you think upon. Wherever the you feel like yes, this is going to yield me more return, then you will go for that. Fine. When it comes to speculation, it is based on um, the aggressive, sorry, I didn't explain that investor attitude. It will be more like aggressive. Aggressive is nothing but these kind of the speculators will be usually of minting the money, that's it. They are like, they are least bothered about the future. They are just concerned with the future, the present day. At that duration whichever they feel like this venture or this portfolio is right, where they can mint maximize amount of money, then definitely they'll go for it. Fine. Next, the decision criteria, I've told you it's based on the technical charts, the market, the psychology, and the individual opinion, based on their mentality, based on their ability to understand and analyze the market situation, the fluctuations. They're going to make the decisions. Last one is the examples under investment. It can be like stock market, the bonds, mutual funds, and speculation. It is about options, where you have an option to buy but no the right to buy, but no option to sell it, something like that. You are going to get it. The options we will just learn it in detail in the future, in the upcoming classes. Then the foreign currencies and the cryptocurrencies. Foreign currencies, where you are going to deal with the various other currencies, how you can mint the money, right? That's how things are going to work here. The last one for today's class is comparison between the investment and gambling. Before that, we should understand what is gambling is all about. Gambling is an activity which involves taking risk without demanding compensation in the form of increased return. So yes, this is a kind of activity where it involves a huge risk as well. Fine. Where it doesn't demand for any kind of compensation out of the risk you have taken. Fine. And it involves the factor of risk, and it's a kind of which is related, which is concerned with an individual, with individual's opinion, the psychological ability, with the person's choice. He or she goes for the gambling. So we shall see these two things might look like both, because in gambling also you're gonna invest, but not all the gamblings are investment, right? Not all the investments are gamblings, not all the gamblings are investment. So we should understand what's the comparison between investment and gambling. Investment, people usually take investment, as you all know that the investment, it is always concerned with the future income, whereas gambling, it involves an element of risk. Whatever you do, whatever kind of project or a business you get into, always there will be a factor of a risk. Fine. Next one, employment of funds for future benefit after making careful. So you are going to deploy the funds after making sure that you are going to get the future benefits, and making that it is very certain that you receive it in the future. Gambling is something that doesn't employ any kind of funds without demanding, because it is all based on the rumors and the tips saying that if you do this you can get so much of amount. You're not sure, you're not certain. That's the reason why the more focus is given towards the risk. There's an element of risk, there's a higher degree of risk. You can't rely upon any person. It's just based on the the word of mouth, the rumors, the tips you're going to get. Based on that you will involve yourself in the gambling. So it's not a proper the investment. Next one is bears less risk, that is the investor plans the risk. Bear certain risk is that I'm going to take a loan in particular bank, I'm going to invest something over here. Will I be able to get the return out of that? Yes, you're going to sit, you're going to plan. If this is the case in the year 2020, and what will be the return on it in the year 2021, you're going to plan what is the risk I'm going to take. Out of the risk I'm going to take, what is the return I'm going to fetch. But when it comes to gambling, it bears a higher risk, right? Because artificial, it is an unnecessary risk are also created, you might involve some like fraudulent activities as well. So it is very important for you all to understand the comparison between the investment and savings, investment and speculation, investment and gambling. Any one of these questions can be asked for 6 marks. Fine, this is very important.